Hello everyone, I am SuhaniTyagi from Trichy, and the macroeconomic problem that I would like to address today is the banking liquidity and financial crunch that our banking sector is facing. So this happens when banks don't have enough money to lend out to borrowers. Now this can happen due to two primary reasons today. First is tax outflows. So when you file for your GST, money from your bank account directly goes to government account as tax, which means banks are left with less money to lend out to borrowers. Secondly, we know that the rupee is depreciating fast enough because of multiple macroeconomic and external factors. And for that, the RBI has to conduct open market operations where it absorbs money and creates its deficit to appreciate the currency against the dollar. And because of that, there is less liquidity in the system, because of which banks find it difficult to lend money. Now, what usually happens is that governments borrow a lot of money, and hence all the money left with banks is given to larger corporations which have the capacity to take on more debt and which have the confidence to repay it back, which means that banks have less money to give to MSMEs now, which are actually in the need for it, which is why a lot of MSMEs in India are dying, not because of a lack of big ideas, but because of cash flow mismatch and lack of funding at the correct time. They're not able to pay their employees' salaries, and they're not able to manage their working capital requirements. Now, what are some of the solutions to this? So first of all, India can strengthen its shadow banking sector, which means NBFCs. NBFCs are non-banking financial corporations which can give these MSMEs loans at lower collateral, at higher rates of interest, and lower conditions for getting this money. So India needs to move from a banking-led economy to an economy which has a deeper bond market and a stronger financial sector. Also, the RBI and the government need to phase out the timing of borrowing, which means they need to systematically plan when the government is going to borrow, predicting all the macroeconomic and external shocks so that normal people are not affected by it. Also, MSMEs need to get credit injections, which means they need to get borrowing available at easier conditions, and they need to have priority sector lending, because when borrowing becomes difficult, then these credit lines become narrow and they flow towards big corporations, creating income divide between the country. So when you need MSMEs and when you need startups and innovations, you should start priority sector lending, especially in sectors like education, agricultural support, healthcare, etc. Thank you. This is my topic for today.